Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm RexFinance, and today we're going to be talking about Tesla, the leader and the early mover of the entire electric vehicle industry. Wherever Tesla goes, all these other companies go as well, because companies see that electric vehicles and clean energy is the future. And the most popular questions I've received on my channel, in the history of my channel, have been around Tesla. They've seen that I'm invested in lots of clean energy companies along with some electric vehicle companies, but I haven't been invested in Tesla. So there's been a lot of people questioning why that is, as well as just hearing my thoughts on Tesla stock. Well, today I come to inform you that yesterday, the day that Tesla had the biggest drop in its stock's history, I took advantage and bought at almost the exact bottom, and I made a bet on Tesla stock going into the future. So Rex, being not invested in Tesla, is no more. I am now invested in Tesla. In this video, towards the end, I'm going to be going over my current position, where I think Tesla stock is going to head over the coming years, as well as why Tesla just fits into my stock portfolio perfectly. But before we get into that stuff, I'm going to be talking about why I chose now to invest in Tesla stock. So in the past, whenever my viewers have asked me my thoughts on Tesla, I've always said they have great technology, they have the next Steve Jobs, and I personally think Tesla's biggest asset is Elon Musk, and that's really the biggest risk in investing in Tesla stock right now, is just the potential, no matter how big or small it is, that Elon Musk could be gone from the company tomorrow. And I think, like I just mentioned, Tesla's biggest asset is this guy. He is the next Steve Jobs. He has all the new bright ideas, he has the vision for Tesla's company, and he can see into the future and where the shift in trends are going. And then I would follow up that question by saying the reason I'm not invested is because the stock price is disconnected from reality. But even just yesterday, Tesla stock lost 21% of its value. I believe over this 3 or 4 day downturn for Tesla stock, they've chopped almost $150 billion off of the market cap. So the fact that I thought that their stock was disconnected from reality is out the window now. And I really like the valuation and where it's come down to recently, which is why I made a bet on the company. So why exactly did I choose now to invest in Tesla? Well, I've kind of already glazed over the reasons I did this, but I'm going to dig a little bit deeper now. If we look at the stock chart, we can see that Tesla's all-time high was just around $500. Now, these numbers are in post-split terms, so $500 a share was actually $2,500 or $2,500 per share in pre-split numbers. So if you want to look at it in pre-split numbers, we can see at the height, Tesla's stock was $2,500, and at the low, it dropped to around $1,600 or $330 in post-split numbers. About 10 days after its all-time high, you could have bought Tesla for $150 billion cheaper, and that is significant. That's enough to shake the swing traders, the weak hands, and all of the investors that could have cared less about Tesla as a company out of the stock. I'm sure there were a lot of people, especially my age, 19 to 25 years old, that got margined out of Tesla because, Tesla was thought of as free money. I mean, for months we saw Tesla continue to churn and climb up. Then all of a sudden, the stock drops 25% of its value, and those people that invested using loaned money or margin close to the highs probably got margined out. So that's just another reason I really took advantage of the opportunity to buy into Tesla stock, because honestly, I've been looking to do this. It's a great company. I've always believed in Tesla, but the valuation just hasn't been there for me. Investing in the company just didn't make sense to me with how disconnected Tesla's stock was from reality. So in my opinion, you saw lots of speculators that could care less about Tesla. You saw swing traders that were just trying to make a quick profit. And you had your weak hands, or the holders of the company's shares, that, if they start to lose money, they're going to sell right away because they're scared of downside. All those people probably sold out. When you talk about a 20 to 25% dip, that's enough to scare almost anybody, unless you're a super bullish long-term holder of Tesla. So I took advantage and opened my position in Tesla because it was really the opportunity I've been waiting for. The stock price has come back down to earth. I believe the weak hands are out of here, and we're left with the long-term holders of the company. And when you have a huge pool of long-term believers and holders of a company, you know that after all those weak hands are out of there, those holders aren't going to sell their shares. And at that time, that's when more buyers come in and more long-term holders come in and invest in the company. So 20 to 25% later, that's when these buyers are going to start coming in, or the people that have been looking to start a position in Tesla like myself. So another thing that I really needed to see from Tesla is them raising money. It was just a smart move in the end to raise money after your stock price has climbed like crazy and you have investors on your side and investing in the company left and right. It was time to raise money, and I really thought that Tesla needed to raise money because there was still a legitimate concern that Tesla could go bankrupt. Now, that concern is a very low-risk concern, but the concern was still out there. And after Tesla raised $5 billion more, that eases my concern a little bit about that even more. So now Tesla has about $12 to $13 billion on their balance sheet, which is really enough to build 2 more gigafactories. It's really no secret in the world of mass production that no matter how small your margins are on every single product that you create, if you can scale up your production, you're going to be more profitable and you're going to make more money over time. And in addition to that, when the scaling up is complete, you can switch your entire focus from scaling up to bringing your costs down and increasing that margin. And I would say Tesla is somewhere in between that cycle right now. They're continuing to build factories, build gigafactories like the most recent one that's being built in Texas, but at the same time, they're focused on dropping the costs of manufacturing these vehicles and making the vehicles even cheaper for consumers. So another reason, which really isn't a new reason for me, why I chose to invest in this company is just because of the entire industry shift in the automotive industry to electric vehicles. There is not one major car manufacturer out there that doesn't have an electric vehicle segment. Everybody sees the future going to electricity and clean energy. So why would I not invest in that trend? And in Tesla's case, I don't feel like I really need to say it, but they were the early mover and they're reaping the benefits from that currently. And I fully expect those benefits to continue. In addition to that, because they were the early movers, they're building somewhat of a monopoly. And that is extremely bullish and important and an incredible advantage for them in the long run. Another thing I think more investors need to realize is that Tesla is not just an automotive company. They have so many other segments out there, such as their solar business, their battery business, and microgrid business. There are so many industries they are disrupting currently with all of their business segments. And I just mentioned solar energy. Tesla has a solar roof product and they have solar panels that they sell. The future of solar has so much potential, and I'm really looking at Tesla as my investment into that potential growth for the industry. So now I'm going to hit you with a fact about solar energy that's going to blow your mind and really get your mind working and thinking of how big the solar industry could get. And the fact is this: in one single hour, the sun puts enough energy onto Earth's surface to power the entire world for over a year. That is just incredible to think about. So another thing I should mention of why I really chose to invest in Tesla finally is because it just perfectly rounds out my portfolio. I own CleanSpark. I bought CleanSpark shares at $4.63. CleanSpark is heavily focused on the move to clean energy and especially microgrids. In addition to that, CleanSpark has a direct relationship with Tesla. CleanSpark has been using Tesla batteries in their microgrids. And if you guys don't know what a microgrid is, do some more research on microgrids because they are huge going into the future. And that's just another segment of Tesla that's not really talked about, is their microgrid segment. All of these issues that you're seeing in California where people are forced to shut off their power, PG&E closes power lines because of the wildfires. All of these issues wouldn't exist if microgrids were widely adopted around the world. And I truly believe that eventually we're going to move from the traditional grid to relying on microgrids 100%. So another company I own, which I bought originally at $2.84, is Workhorse. They are directly involved with the electric vehicle industry, especially the delivery vehicle industry. They have a huge contract with the United States Postal Service where they could be rewarded over $6.3 billion to produce the next generation of delivery vehicles for the United States Postal Service. On top of that, Workhorse has customers like DHL, UPS, FedEx, WB Mason, and the list goes on. And on top of that, Workhorse has direct ties to the future of drone technology and drone delivery, and they hold patents which prevents any other company or any other delivery vehicle from launching a delivery drone from the top of that vehicle. Workhorse is the only company that can do that because of this patent. And another one of my investments is Diamond Peak Holdings, which is going to turn into Lordstown Motors, which has a relationship with Workhorse, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. If you're interested in that relationship, go check out my other videos. There are plenty of videos I've done on that relationship. I originally bought my shares of Lordstown Motors at $11.45. And Lordstown Motors is just another company that's heavily focused on the electric vehicle industry, and specifically the full-sized work trucks. Lordstown Motors is going to beat any other competitor, including Tesla, to market with their full-sized work truck. I, in fact, ordered my own, which I am extremely excited to receive next year. So Lordstown really has an opportunity to create a niche and a monopoly in that side of the electric vehicle industry, just like Workhorse does with the delivery vehicle. In another one of my holdings, Flux Power, which I bought at $5, is focused on electrifying the material handling sector. So that means warehouses that Amazon owns, warehouses that Walmart owns, warehouses by any company use forklifts or, robots, and Flux Power provides the batteries for those purposes. So I have one company, Workhorse, that has its own niche in the electric vehicle industry with the delivery vehicle. Then I have Lordstown Motors, which has another niche in the electric vehicle industry in pickup trucks. Then I have CleanSpark, which has direct relationship with Tesla and really has extreme upside with the potential of microgrids. And then I have Flux Power, who's focused on the electric vehicle industry through the material handling sector. So it only made sense for me to want to add Tesla to my portfolio eventually. And I did that yesterday on the dip. And again, I bought almost at the perfect time yesterday at the lows. So yesterday I bought one call option that expires on October 23rd with a $500 strike price. The contracts cost me $18.95. As you see, I've already gained quite a bit of money from this call option. Now, some of you may be surprised that I chose the $500 strike price considering that my expiration date is in just a month and a half. But the reason I did that is because Tesla's battery day is just around the corner on September 22nd. And I truly believe that the battery day could add that $150 billion back to the market cap, and it could be justified depending on what is said or what is released on battery day. But just judging by how much battery day is being hyped up by Elon Musk, it's going to be something extraordinarily big. And the worst case scenario is I have to sell this call option for premium and I take my profits and I won't be able to hold shares of Tesla. But the best case scenario is, we go well beyond my $500 strike price and I can buy my 100 shares of Tesla if I want to. And one thing is for certain, I never do options unless I am extremely confident in a business or the long-term trends of a company. So just the fact that I bought a call option in Tesla should show you extreme confidence in my investment. So the reason I didn't buy an option that expires at the end of September is because, the October option was a better deal. I get battery day and then an entire month yet after battery day for Tesla to hit $500 a share or higher. So where do I see Tesla going? I think Tesla is going to be the number one electric car manufacturer for years to come in the future. On top of that, I believe all the other business segments and industries they're trying to disrupt, those things will come to fruition and they're going to be real revenue builders for Tesla. Elon Musk has even come out and said that the solar business of Tesla, he plans on being just as big as their car business, which is crazy to think about. So with all of those things, I truly believe Tesla could be seeing $100 billion revenue plus in the next 6 to 7 years. Now that would be incredible growth from the $25 billion that they just had last quarter. But in as early as 5 years, I could see them hitting $100 billion in revenue. So in closing, that's all I had for you guys today. Let me know how many shares of Tesla you own or plan on buying in the future. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you did. Subscribe if you're new and not yet subscribed yet. And with that, guys, have a great rest of your day. Have a great Thursday. I'll be back on Friday with a brand new video. Peace out.